So there we go. Okay, here we go. I guess we can run the credits. We just run the intro. Why don't we just run the intro from here?
I think we should probably just go ahead and start the show.
Might as well. Might as well just start the show. How do we do that? Isn't there a button that says start on it? Don't we have that going on?
I'll write start on this piece of paper.
Yeah.
And you push on it.
Okay. Let's see here. I think we push that button.
And we're off.
It never wants to start, though.
Why
does it never want to start?
Well, because this place is put together with duct tape. That's
Apparently.
why.
Got baling wire and duct tape going. There it goes.
It's time for the Vaping Nation, starring Justin and Dustin. Sometimes including Oldston and Funston. And of course, there's always Justine and Dustine. And maybe a few other people showing up occasionally. Who knows? Because it's time for the Vaping Nation, which is a nation of vapors. Disclaimer.
Shake your neighbor's hand there a little bit, and just go ahead.
Hold each other.
Yeah, just give each other a little hug. Group hug here. Go ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Oh, they can do better now. Come on.
Well, come on. Let's give a round of applause here as we start the show. Get the round of applause here. We're all choked in. Here we go. Here we go. We're all fired up.
Get them all fired up there. Get them all
fired up
going
and ready to go.
Got to get them all going.
Fired up, ready to go.
Get them all going there.
Fired up. Ready to go.
Fire them up.
Fired up.
Gotta
ready
fire
to
them
go.
up. Fire, fire, fire.
It's like a broken record.
Fire them up.
You know, when a record is broken, it doesn't play at all. I don't know why they call it a broken record when it's just skipping.
I have a broken record that does play.
I broke a record once in high school.
Probably the person with no friends, the least amount of friends. He broke that record.
Bingo! Yep. So, welcome everyone, all of you, all 10,000 of you, and just like to welcome you here. Huh. That's not too promising.
I can't even walk down the street without getting molested by fans.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Just completely molested by fans.
I
everywhere.
love that.
Fans are everywhere.
I spend all day walking down the street getting molested by fans. The throngs of fans.
It was kind of nice, isn't it?
Wearing thongs.
It's kind of nice.
Throngs of thongs.
You're wearing a thong?
What?
What?
Nothing.
Huh.
I didn't say anything.
That's,
you're also welcome to watch. Those of you who are watching us on YouTube, we're now multicasting on both Vapors TV and on YouTuber as well. So
we are streaming to YouTube?
You are streaming right now live to YouTube. And this show will be available for those of you who didn't think an hour of your time was enough to waste.
Are we streaming to
You can also
Vapors TV?
watch it on YouTube later. It'll be recorded on there, and you can actually go back and play it many times over. You can watch it 24 times a day.
Are we streaming to Vapors TV as well?
We are streaming live to vapors.tv. VAPERS.TV/TheVapingNation.
But are we also streaming to YouTube?
Why wouldn't we be?
That's what I would want to do.
Why wouldn't we be? Everybody does that.
Are we?
Everybody does that.
Are we doing both at the same time?
We are.
Or one right after the other?
We could even stream to Facebook if we could afford it. But since we can't afford it...
Isn't that ridiculous? They charge.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They want to charge.
They won't. I don't think they will for much longer. I think at some point they're going to have to say, we're just going to not charge anymore. But the... see, the reason... Yeah, see, he's a vapor and I'm not. And the reason he's a vapor and I'm not is because I can't afford it, because only one of us can afford to vape because of the, expense of this show. So if you would go to GoFundMe /TheVapingNation and go ahead and send your donations there. And there's not really an account set up there because we know none of you are going to go there and send us any money. We couldn't even afford the account.
Just send us a check.
Just send a check in the mail. I'd be fine.
So, what's the address here?
Doesn't matter. You can make something up because they're not going to send us a check.
Oh, who knows? They might send us $1 million check.
1229 West Franklin Street.
Elkhart, Indiana.
Elkhart, Indiana, 46516.
So go ahead and send that check on in to us.
Send it on in.
Send it on in.
Send it
and
right
it's
on
a
in
tax
there.
write-off.
They'll send us a bill. I guarantee you.
You can write it off on your taxes.
Somebody's going to send us a bill and say, you wasted an hour of my time. I make $15 an hour, and you owe me $15. And I watched your show twice, so make it 30. That's what they're going to do. I know that's what's going to happen.
We should turn this
I
into
know that's what's going to happen.
we should just turn this into a non-profit.
It is a nonprofit.
I mean, officially. We should
Oh, it's official.
Turn it
It's
into
official.
a non-profit
It's official.
organization. Mm-hmm. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. We should just do it.
We should get charitable donation status
Yeah.
because of the help that we do for people.
That's right. We help
people.
people.
We help people.
We help.
We help all kinds of people.
That's all we do all
help
day.
Little people, big people, tall people, small people, around people, square people, all kinds of people.
Well, pickled pumpkin eaters.
We haven't. No, we're not helping them. No.
What about
That's
detasselers?
too far.
What about corn detasselers?
Yeah, we can help them. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
What about the apple pickers?
I know where this is going. I know where it's going.
Where's this going?
I know where it's going.
Where's it going? Where's this? I'm just trying to hit all the vegetables and,
Yep.
and food groups and plants out there.
Plants and
Just trying to get them all.
fabric,
Just trying to get them all in there. That's all I'm trying to do.
textile industry stuff. Yeah. Okay, I know where it's going. I know where it's going. I'm on to you.
All those, marijuana growers out there.
Yeah, we got those.
They
Yeah.
make rope out of their hemp. They're making.
Well, that's
rope,
legal now.
T-shirts,
Yeah.
rope, stuff like that.
That's all legal.
So, here we are. This is the Vaping Nation.
The Vaping Nation.
It's a nation of two,
I am
and
Justin.
I'm Justin,
No, you're Dustin.
and I'm Dustin,
This is the Vaping Nation.
and this is
Justin,
the Vaping Nation.
Dustin, Vaping Nation. There. In case you were confused.
You can be a part of this premier club for a small fee.
You can be a
of
pirate. What'd you say?
$59.99 a month.
That's right. You can join our club.
Join our club.
It's
a
the
premier
Show
club.
About Nothing Club.
And you can be part of the nation.
Be a premier
You can
member.
be a part of it.
Be a premier member. Does this lever do anything?
I doubt it.
I should have it programmed to do something.
We should have that lever do
That
something.
lever should be doing
That
something.
lever should do something.
We got a whole lever there.
Why
We could do
would you have
something
a
with it.
lever if you're not going to do anything with it?
We could do something with
You
it.
could give that lever to somebody that's going to do something with
We
it.
could.
You somebody could be making millions of dollars with that lever.
Yep.
It's just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
It's like a sand.
just like if we had a lift truck,
We could be doing something
we
with
could
it.
be doing something with that.
With that lift
You
truck.
know,
That's right.
we could finish everything we started.
Everything, all of our projects would be done.
If we just had a lift
Everything
truck.
would be done.
If we had that big
Lift truck, done.
truck, everything would be done.
Get her done. Lift truck equals
Done.
get her done. In fact, we could call it the Get Her Done lift truck.
There you go.
Why do I have to wave my hand around every time I talk? I don't know. Goal.
I don't know. I'm vaping.
Nobody's talking in our room.
Well, they're shy. The two people that were talking left.
I think the one guy's still here. I think Dirty Davros. Actually, I think he was waiting for another show to start, which is why he was watching us.
I
We got some good news though. We are real quickly here before it changes. We are number 6 out of 7. We have moved up in the ratings.
So there's another show that's
There's another show on, it just started, and we are still ahead of them.
I don't understand that.
Wow.
Why is it there's no shows?
Wow.
There's no shows up until
There
this
were
time we
3
started.
shows. There were 3 shows an hour ago. Now there are 7. And it's like they all want to compete with you know who. With you know who.
They gotta try to.
Because they're all scared of the Vaping Nation.
Right.
Because we are an entire
They're trying to
nation.
kick us off the mountaintop.
We're a big nation of stuff. Dogs are barking. Not sure what that's all about. Oh, well. Huh. Disclaimer.
So this is Tuesday News Day. You're laughing at me.
We have Jokodana, Jakadana in the room, in the house, Jakadana, making copies. You guys probably aren't old enough to remember that.
Making the peanut butter.
Yep.
What?
Huh?
Making copies.
Making copies.
Burn the whole place down. Burn it down.
The Jacodana store.
Burn everything down. I'm gonna burn it.
I'm going to get your stapler.
I'm gonna burn it down.
Take your stapler.
I'm just gonna take a stapler.
I need my stapler.
I just want
burn
my
the place
stapler.
down.
I'm gonna burn it.
my stapler.
I'm gonna burn it down.
Oh, looky here. Look at what I
This place
found.
needs to be burned down. I'm just gonna have a stapler.
Look at what I found.
I want my stapler.
Look at what I found.
Give me my stapler.
Stapler.
That's my stapler.
It's your stapler.
I want my stapler
Okay.
back.
Want your stapler?
I'm gonna burn it
No,
down.
I can't have it.
I'm gonna burn this
No,
place down.
can't have
I'm
it.
gonna burn
No,
it down.
can't have it. No.
So, do we have news? Do we have any news today?
Ow. Yeah, this just in. Justin's nose is stapled shut. Huh.
Good.
Keep it from getting much more drippage. Yeah.
So, yeah, for all you fine folks out there, we are in with the Vaping Nation and SIG's team have partnered up together.
That's right. Six Team is on the prowl.
We bought SIG's team.
Actually, yes, it was a major.
We bought them out. It was a merger.
It was kind of a merger, but we bought them out.
We bought them out.
They were
Yeah,
they were
that's true.
worthless,
Yeah.
and we bought them out.
And we're going to revamp the whole industry.
Yeah, with this stapler, this is a tapler. We have a tapler and a stapler. We're going to go crazy.
We're going to put those two together.
We're going to put them together,
So it'll be a stapler.
and when you put those
Together.
two together, you end up with a 3-hole punch. Yeah. Now, tell me what we can't do now. Huh?
Well, if we had a lift truck yet,
Well, this and a lift truck.
we'd be able to get everything done. Everything that we've ever started would be done. If
It's
we had
like-
a lift truck,
It's like we own the world
And a 3-hole
at that
punch.
point. We own the universe because we have a lift truck and a 3-hole punch. That's right. So,
but yeah, we've teamed up together. We've joined forces, as you may say.
so what is this SIGS team going to be doing?
Well, we are making a RDA,
what does that stand
dripping atomizer, with these fine folks over at 16, and we're going to be putting that out here shortly. We're working on the prototype. We've 3D'd it. We've 3D'd it.
We 3 did it?
We 3D'd it.
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 3D printed
We 3D'd
it.
it. It's not those.
I think you should put it on the little camera over
We
there.
3D'd it. It's models.
3 did it.
Yeah, we 3D printed some of the prototypes, model type things that we had going on there. So just so we could kind of see, these aren't the correct length or anything. The diameter is about right.
yeah.
But we just kind of wanted to see the area that we'd had to work with the different decks that we're thinking about doing.
The deck representative.
And
deck.
this is it's gonna be a 4-coil setup is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 4-coil, easy 4-coil build. And so that's we printed those out, and then now we're on to the stage of actually hand doing the prototype out of aluminum.
Aluminium, as they say in Britain land.
Now the finished product
Aluminium.
will be stainless steel,
Yes, we're making out of stainless. We might make some out of aluminium,
anodized aluminum.
but those will probably just be prototypes that we probably won't sell.
Yeah.
The stainless ones will be really good ones.
So yeah, we've just started doing that there. We started, just working on all the code for the CNC stuff, and just doing that good stuff there. And there's the sleeve for it there, the sleeve for the deck, and so that's what it's got a little lip in there, as you can see, for the stop.
I got a little lip.
And it's gonna be pretty neat, I think. And we should have a finished prototype. I would think in a couple weeks, right?
Well, my plan, the big plan, we have a big plan. It's here in this little, it's a part of our plan right
plans?
here.
We got plans?
It's all our plans right here. It's our big plan.
Plans?
Big,
What plans?
They call it a
the plans?
business plan. It's
I don't see any plans.
It's a project plan within the business, actually. It's an action plan, as they say. But yeah, I got an itch on my back. Somebody want to come and scratch my back? Yes, we have. The plan is to actually, hopefully, we can get. We've got several things coming in here. We got going on. We got
Several things.
by the end of the week. By the end of this week. This is already Tuesday. I think by the end of this week, certainly by the end of next week, we will have the plasma cutter, the CNC 4x4 plasma cutter table all put together, up and running. It'll be put together hopefully this week, I'm pretty sure of that, but running probably next week. Now that particular item will have nothing to do with, well, it won't have a lot. Well, there'll be some things we'll be doing with that that pertain to direct sales with vaping, and I'll get into that a little bit more later. But the nice thing about the plasma cutter is we can make things for production for the RDA. I mean, we can make jigs and fixtures and all kinds of things and some of the mechanical stuff that we need for making the RDA. And that will come in pretty handy for that because of the precision we can cut things with and the speed we can do things with. Then I don't think it's going to come in this week, but probably next week we get a 100-watt laser engraver cutter, and that will also be helping us out with several things direct when we will be doing
Sure, you should show them the acrylic.
the acrylic. Well, this is a good time to show them the acrylic.
That's where that comes in, because we can use that acrylic inside of the laser cutter. And we can make all kinds of good stuff.
That's right.
All kinds of good stuff.
It will cut acrylic, but it will also cut some things like plywood, make little boxes for for shipping and that kind of thing. It'll come in a little box and stuff, and plus it'll do a lot of engraving on the stainless. So that's we'll be able to put the name on, engraving and all that kind of stuff. It'll even etch glass and do some things like that. So we're going to be doing some things with tanks and some stuff like that with the laser. Laser. So as long as we can get mini-me off the laser. So we're going to be doing that. Laser beams. Anyway, so yes. So this is look at this.
What is that?
You should get a close-up of this. This is
what is that, acrylic?
We haven't shown this before. This is a different kind of acrylic. Here, these are. Show them the pretty colors.
Well, I'm in the middle.
They like the pretty colors.
In the middle of something there.
They like show them the pretty colors.
Can't really get away at the moment. Can't really.
Pretty colors.
Trying to get every little last drop of blue sweet tart out of here.
So yeah, we got that going on. We got also going to be working with some HDPE stuff, plastics, that are recycled plastic stuff for making drip tips, and we're going to have a little plastic injection mold system that we'll be doing some parts with as well for the RDA, as plus some other little stuff we'll be doing. All of it under the SIG Steam. The SIG Steam. I'll just put that up there.
16 company name.
Not actually up there yet, is it? So put that up there. There we go. Let's get out of the way so they can see that.
Boy, that's pretty.
That's pretty stuff. That's acrylic right there. That's some acrylic. That's blue. It's a soothing blue drip tip is what I make out of that. So we've got, we're going to have the mill, the CNC mill. We got the CNC lathe already up in here going. We've got the router, CNC router that also runs. We've got and so this week I'm hoping to have the plasma cutter done. The laser will be coming in, I think, by next week sometime, and that should be pretty quick to get up and running. And then we also have, what else are we doing?
The mill.
The mill. We got the mill. That should be here, yeah, like you were saying. I'm hoping it will be here this week, and that means we should have a prototype done next week.
Yeah, once that's in here, we should be able to
because it's really pretty simple.
Do one pretty quick, I think.
To get that stuff done. We can, even if we do it by hand, we can get a few of them done at least. So doing that, and of course, we'll be giving some of those away.
Yep.
And there'll be special signature models.
Yep.
And you'll want one of those because they'll have like the low serial numbers. They'll be collector's items. Because when we become rich and famous, you will want to have, famous maybe.
So we'll be giving drip tips away. We'll be giving
drip tips,
RDAs away.
RDAs.
Good times.
And we've got all kinds of other things. Like if you happen to own a store, or if you have. If you own a business of your own, or you want to start a business, we're going to be doing some acrylic display type stuff. We can make all kinds of displays, etch your name in anything. If you just want to send us your device and have us do some laser engraving on it, we can do that as well. If you want to have a plaque made, we can, if you got plaque on your teeth, we can have that lasered. Just send your teeth in, we'll laser them. Get that plaque off there. But we got all kinds of things coming up with all the stuff we're going to be able to do in the shop.
It's good news.
We'll be taking a tour of the shop once. Right now it's a mess because we got everything moved around. Had to move a table out and put some stuff in there for the mill, and we got it's just amazing. Look at that, how big that is. That's a big bottle of sweet toot right there. Big blue sweet toot right there.
From evaporhut.com.
evaporhut.com.
It's good juice.
Yeah.
It's empty.
It's empty because he went through it in the last hour.
I vaped it all.
Yeah.
It's gone.
He vaped it.
So that's sad.
There you go.
Pretty sad moment.
Yeah.
Pretty sad.
So today is Tuesday News Day. For those of you who didn't know what today was, today is Tuesday News Day.
Oh, and something else exciting is we will be having videos of us making the
Yes,
RDAs.
we're going to be following along. Last week we played a little bit of
some of the prototype stuff.
But next week we should have a lot more because we're going to be doing a lot more with it. fact, we'll be almost to the point where we have a working model by next Tuesday, I would hope. But almost, I said. Not quite. Almost. Just settle down, kids. Settle down now.
Down.
Stop jumping up on me.
Settle.
Yeah.
Settle.
Stop humping my leg.
What?
No, I'm talking to the dogs. Need blue moo. Need blue moo. Phone
Need
home.
blue moo.
ET phone home, blue moo.
Blue.
Yeah, well, you know where to get it.
like
You
blue
can
moo.
go to evaporhut.com.
Put in promotion code VapingNation, get 20% off.
20%. 20%, that's because they mark their stuff up so high that they can take 20% off, and they're still making a killing.
Actually, they have pretty good prices.
No, their prices are real good for them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just kidding. They got good prices. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Settle down now. They're practically giving stuff away over there.
Well, they are.
So, well, you know, I can go out and buy a gallon of gas for $2. Vape that.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I would not.
Disclaimer.
There it goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would not authorize.
Wow.
I would not suggest.
Our
that. I would
lawyer
not-
said if anybody does anything between the time we say something stupid and hit that button, we could be sued. But once the button is pushed and it says that, we're scot-free. Scot-free. I'm Scott, and he's free.
Well, I had to switch juices because I ran out of my blue sweet tart, and I'm vaping this.
We do
grape.
it. We disclaim a lot.
I'm vaping this grape stratus. from
Grape Stratus.
Nibulus. That I got at a show, and
Hooked on Clouds is in the room again.
I don't know.
See, Hooked on Clouds just came in because they were all excited about that Stratus stuff.
Sure about it.
You're not sure about it, huh?
About what? What?
Hooked on Clouds
What about him?
is in the room.
What's he excited about?
Well, I don't know. Seems like Hooked on Clouds might have won something. Oh, did they win something once? Didn't you guys? Didn't you win something? Or did you? Was that the time
are you
you
talking
won? Every time we did a random, and you just come to laugh at us. This isn't supposed to be a funny show.
Well,
It's
somebody-
serious. Why are you laughing at us? So he won Lucky Charms. That's what it was. Won Lucky Charms.
I don't know about this grape. This juice from Nibulus. Their apple's good, but this grape stratus. It's supposed to be a grapefruit juice from Nibulus. Nibulus. Show the bottle there. Put that over there. Nibulus. This is Nibulus.
Nubulus.
And there's the let's see if I can get that to come in there. Is that gonna focus? Is it gonna focus? Huh? Are you? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna focus for me?
John B.
Huh?
69.
Come on. Come
Welcome
on
to
now.
the room.
Focus.
Welcome to the room, John B. 69.
Come on now. Come on. You can do it. Come on. It's not gonna do it. Not gonna focus. Yeah. It's not gonna do it. There you go.
Now, in the room,
Grape stratus fruit.
John B. 69.
It's I don't know about it. It's a grapefruit, and it's kind of I mean you could
Grapey? Fruity?
taste the grapefruit, but it's almost like it's too
Too grapey fruity?
acidy or something.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's a little too strong, maybe.
Ooh. A little too tart. A little too grapefruit. A little too.
Kind of perfumey almost.
Oh, he Hooked on Clouds wants to know if Lucky Charms has shipped out yet.
Well, yeah, should have. I think yesterday, actually.
Was that Thursday?
I just talked to him.
Was that Thursday when that was won? Or was that 2 weeks ago?
I don't remember. I don't remember. We give so much juice away. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. It's lined up. It's on a semi truck, probably heading your way. We've got to drop off a bunch of others in front of you. So yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. Yep, you'll get it. Don't worry, you'll get it. But keep us informed if you don't get it. Not that we're going to do anything about it. But we'll just laugh at you. Oh, you haven't got it yet. No, we'll let you know. We'll keep up on that for you. We are the
Yeah, I'll
juice police.
I'll look in on it. I'll look on it today, but I know they shipped something yesterday for some reason.
That's right. And when it arrives, you know when it arrives. Stop laughing.
It'll get there. I wonder if you could hear me with all that laughter.
I doubt it. Probably couldn't hear a thing you were saying.
I'll look in on it today, I'll check on it today, but I know they shipped a bunch of winter's stuff out yesterday, so we'll see. Maybe you'll not get anything at all. I don't know.
They probably sent you a bill. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll just let you know. Thanks for being patient with that. Appreciate that.
It takes a while for that to get going.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. You know. This is a steel rod threaded on one end. Be amazed at the things that we can do with this. Like, look, it's bending. Wow, look at that. It's bending. See how it's bending? It's bending. Ooh, look, it's bending. It's bending. Ooh, it's bending. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Wow.
This stuff's kind of poppy. It pops a lot.
It pops a lot.
This stuff pops a lot.
It's called Pops a Lot.
Pops a lot.
They should make a juice called Pops a Lot.
Pops a lot. This stuff pops a lot.
Pops a lot.
Pops an awful lot.
So we got some news. Today's Tuesday's News Day. Tuesday's Snooze Day. Tuesday's Snooze Day. Welcome to Tuesday Snooze Day. So that's, yeah. Enough of the snoozing. It's time for losing. Here we go. We got, oh, looky here. We got a news story. I'm going to put up the desktop presenter. You want to put that stuff up there? Or you want to...
Yeah. Let's see. Which one are you going on first there?
I've got Margaret Kumo and Huffington Post story. We can put that one up there.
Well, she's a cutie.
She's a real humdinger.
She's a cutie
She
pie.
is. Yes, she is. This is Margaret Cuomo and Huffington Post. I believe, is Margaret Cuomo, is she the Cuomo, like Mayor Cuomo? Is it Mayor Cuomo?
She's the author of A World Without Cancer.
Oh. So she doesn't have anything to do with the politician Cuomo.
I don't know. She's related. I don't
She
know.
looks like she could be the same person.
Maybe she.
I don't know.
Maybe she's a man. I don't know.
Could be a man. It's hard to tell looking at that picture there. It's not very detailed. The picture's not very detailed.
No, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell with that picture there. I've seen men that look like that, so it's hard to tell. The vaping misinformation campaign is continuing to gain steam. Get it? Little play on words there. Yeah, that's wow. That's probably enough of that. That's we have a live studio audience here that gets a little bit out of control sometimes.
Live from Burbank, down by the Misha River.
Yeah. Dustin lives in a van down by the river. So, Margaret Cuomo, a radiologist and the author of the book A World Without Cancer, appeared last week in the Huffington Post Rise video warning the public of the so-called dangers of vaping. So, she makes this video warning the public of the so-called dangers of vaping. In it, she makes claims that have long been dispelled by actual scientific research, garnering much deserved criticism from not only vaping advocates but scientists and doctors. Is it Governor? So it's Governor Cuomo, and I wonder if she is related to him or if that's like her. If she's, I don't know. Who knows? Be interesting to find out if there's a connection there. For those who may not be aware, Margaret Cuomo is the sister. Here we go. It says right here in the article.
It might be his husband.
It could be. Margaret Cuomo is the sister of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who has made headlines in the vaping industry for his efforts to restrict vaping in public areas in his state. So there's some political
well, that's convenient,
motivation going on. Yeah, it's interesting that that's happening there. So a bunch of elite people that try to want to rule over us. So that's what you get, man. That's what you get. It's called fascism. So anyway, the Cuomo, it's this oligarchy. What was I talking about?
Who has made headlines in the vaping industry.
She was made headless by making headlines. Made headlines by being headless. Yes.
His efforts to restrict vaping. That's where you were.
That's where I was. Okay. In public areas and his state, along with rumors of proposing that vape products be classified in the same category as tobacco. Her other brother, Chris Cuomo, works as an anchor at CNN.
Oh, well, look at
how
that.
convenient for
Look
all.
at that.
Nice little family. We're all part of the CFR. That's all nice to be in. Yeah, all of them are members of the CFR, which is interesting as well. While her father is former New York Governor Mario Cuomo. I can't talk.
Well, it just stays in the family.
It's just a bunch of
stays in the family.
elite. Yeah, like I was saying, it's an oligarchy. So an article posted by Forbes this week examined the claims Cuomo, I don't know which Cuomo they're talking about, any one of them probably, made in inadequate efforts made by the Huffington Post staff in order to correct it for their viewers. The video in its entirety was called into question, with many of the vaping community speculating that the inaccurate information and the clumsy attempts to edit the video in the past week were an intentional attempt to mislead the public on vaping. No, come on now. They wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that. They would never.
No, they would never do that. No, they won't do that. No. Cuomo, a licensed medical professional who probably shouldn't be licensed anymore. In my opinion, this is malpractice. I think misinformation is as much malpractice as cutting off the wrong leg. Just saying.
That's malpractice?
Not here at our shop, no.
I don't think so.
Where was I?
Whoa, a licensed medical professional.
Yes, made a few outrageous statements in the video, including one where she states that e-cigarettes, quote, e-cigarettes will raise your risk of lung cancer, but also other cancers like liver cancer.
Oh, jeez.
I guess she's done studies on this. This
Holy
claim has
cow.
been utterly discredited by Professor Michael Siegel, who works in the public health department at Boston University. Cuomo later retracted this claim after the Daily Caller confronted her about it. Daily Caller's been pretty good about really objective reporting. It's been really, I've really been.
But of course, once
impressed
that's
with them.
out there,
Yeah, it's they want to get the information out there. It's kind of like if you've ever been in the court. Well, if you ever used to watch Matlock. He and a lot of lawyers will do this, but he was a master of it on the show. He would throw something out and then retract the statement.
Yeah.
And he knew that all the jurors had to do, they couldn't erase it from their head. They heard him make the statement, they heard him draw the conclusion, and he would retract it before they even objected to it. They would stand up to object to it. He would retract the statement before it was even objected to, so it didn't go in the record as an objection. It went in the record as a retracted statement. But it's in the ears.
it's in their minds.
It's in their minds of the jury. So, yeah, it's a very tricky thing, and they're doing exactly that with the public. So once they get that statement out there, it's kind of like a news organization that puts out misinformation or mistakes at the end of their next show, the next day or a couple days later. At the end of the show, they put a little retraction in and say, and by the way, we want to make a correction on something we said about 2 weeks ago. We actually made it.
Of course, nobody's watching at that point.
But that's all they'll say. They won't say, like, they won't lead with it on the show. They won't say, hey, we made a mistake yesterday. We want to really make sure that you get the right information. Oh, no, they won't do that. But I digress. As we read on with the article here. Where was I?
E-cigarettes contain many harmful chemicals. Beginning of a paragraph.
Oh, yes, this is another quote here. E-cigarettes contain many harmful chemicals that tobacco cigarettes do not contain, such as formaldehyde, benzene, propylene glycol, and metals like cadmium, nickel, and tin, Cuomo said, as reported by the Libertarian Republic. This claim was recently laid to rest as myth by a few studies, both done in the U.S. and the U.K., and as a radiologist who researches cancer, Cuomo is definitely aware that tobacco cigarettes contain all but one of the above-mentioned chemicals, and guess what it is? Propylene glycol, which is not toxic, actually. But but perhaps more disturbing than the fact that the doctor could go on. I didn't read that very well. But perhaps more disturbing than the fact that the doctor could go on record with false statements like these is the fact that Huffington Post made no attempts to fact-check Cuomo before posting the video. And why would they? Because she's an elite who, we're going to just take everything she says for granted. Mm-hmm. Also disturbing is the half-hearted attempt to edit the video, all while refusing to accurately correct the information on their website. The video was taken down and put back up several times since it was first posted last week, with awkward editing scraped many of Cuomo's claims. The site even links to two different versions of the video, each with different headlines. It is pretty obvious that they were trying to weed out a few things there very badly. Nepotism at its best, yeah, that's for sure. So, and nowhere on Huffington Post is there an explanation of the various edits or even an acknowledgement that the video had to be edited several times due to its lack of fact-checking on the site's part. The video just appears under a headline that even sounds ominous: "Why e-cigarettes are dangerous to your health." And of course, then you have to have this after you make a statement like that. So that's why they do that. This is a twofold concern for the vaping industry, and one that needs to be taken seriously. A celebrity doctor, one who is associated with the cancer research, publicly stated that vaping is as bad for you as smoking. Having a media personality say that with confidence, especially one with political ties, cuts through scientific fact because people believe that what they see on the news. So it's true, like we were saying earlier. Once it's out there, once you say it, it's very difficult to get that out of public's mind, especially the non-vaping community.
And they know it's false when they're saying it.
Yeah, they absolutely. It's
not true.
It's a intentional misinformation that they're putting out there, and some of it's just because they think they're helping people. We need to really help people with this and to help people. And they don't realize they're just butchering the public by doing that.
Well, and they're getting kickbacks from who knows who. Tobacco companies. Who knows?
Disclaimer.
I'm not very good at that.
That didn't work very good.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
There we go. Okay, got it in there. Okay. The opinions expressed on this show are ours.
Well, they are. They are.
Nobody else's.
I'm Justin.
No, I'm Justin.
He's Justin, and I'm Dustin.
We're Justins. We're Dustins. Yeah. Anyway, Big Tobacco is behind this campaign to stop vaping, but and I guarantee you, the Cuomos probably get a lot of money from tax revenue or under the table ties from tobacco companies. But that's just my opinion. But it has allies, both in the media and those with political ties. This is why staying informed and demanding the truth is important, especially when it comes to the facts about vaping. Remember that the next time you see a mainstream story about vaping, and research the facts for yourself. You can't trust everything you see in the media. And I've got some other news shows that I do, and I do ask a lot of questions when I see a news broadcast, especially when I see something in another country where someone is in the middle of the street. Yes,
sir.
Yes.
I have a question. Comment.
I don't accept questions.
I have a comment.
I'll accept comments.
I have a comment.
There's no comments or questions.
You missed a paragraph. I have a comment.
Which paragraph of that?
The second one to the last. You missed that.
No, I didn't miss that.
You missed that
no,
paragraph.
No, there's nothing.
I have a comment.
I didn't miss
sir.
anything. I didn't miss anything.
You missed a paragraph there, sir.
Second part of the problem.
Yeah, the second part of the problem.
Which leads us to the second part of the problem. The media, when sites like Huffington Post can be allowed to post videos such as this one, then edit it without any explanation, it calls into question the veracity against it. The problem is you got people on the other side who are basically saying, if you're, okay, let's take global warming, for example. If you're a naysayer, they want to prosecute you for being a naysayer. Anybody that comes out with a book that says anything contrary to it, they want to prosecute those people. They are looking into that right now.
And that's I thought this is supposed to be a free country.
It's supposed to be freedom of speech. You should have freedom of opinion.
What happened to our Constitution here?
If I have an opinion about a person or thing, as long as it's not slander, they shouldn't be able to do anything with that. And yet they're seeking out ways to do that because the global agenda and the taxation of a global tax. By the way, if you're subject to a tax, you are the subject of the person who's imposing the tax. And if it's without representation, you have a master and you are the slave.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, they don't want you to know that. So anyway, getting back to this whole thing, I do a couple other news shows, and one of the things I do is I ask a lot of questions. One of the questions I asked recently was I was playing this video, and it was somebody in Syria who was standing in the middle of the street proclaiming something, blah, 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 going on about this whole thing about the Syrian people and all this stuff. Kind of a small crowd of people gathered around, like 15 people. Made it look like it was a bigger crowd the way they were doing the video. I kind of watched that kind of stuff as well. I don't know what's going on. Something about that video, that particular file. I got to change that. These companies are introducing real tobacco into vaping products, thereby reducing and eliminating the several differences between smoking a cigarette and vaping. I'd like to add something to this. My own opinion here. They also have been able to lobby very strongly with politicians in getting legislation passed as legislation is passing to restrict vaping, they get legislation through that exempts them from doing like the little cartridge cigarettes.
Yeah, they have bypassed anybody that the big companies that use the non-refillable cartridges with the little 808 cigarette style things. Here in Indiana, which we have just had a terrible
The worst
law passed,
law,
they
yeah.
are exempt from any of that stuff.
They don't have to comply with all the crap that the people making juice here does.
The only people that have to comply with it are little mom and pop shops
Yeah.
here, the vaping shops. That's
And that's something.
the big companies. They're exempt.
Yeah, that's something. The company that sells IQ, and that's a small I, capital Q OS, Philip Morris, has claimed that it has pushed back the launch of the tobacco stick after it posted better than expected sales in 12 regions across Japan where it had been tested. What does this mean for vaping? Although many in the vaping industry can take this as a sign that big tobacco sees its failings, it will be too easy to fall into that trap. Big tobacco moving into vaping has only to do with profit margins, and they stand to make as much money from this industry as they did in selling cigarettes, and perhaps even more, and obviously probably more because that is really the direction people are going. I think
And
cigarettes are on their way
they'll
out.
push out all the little shops that
Yeah.
everybody uses.
Yeah, it's going to be the big box mentality. It is also important to remember that the Huffington Post, oh, here we go again with the Huffington Post, clearly states the companies that are rolling out their tobacco vaping products are doing so in Asia and not in North American market. These companies are also are showing faith in their products, yes, but delivering them to the consumers in spring of 2016, but they are not showing so much faith as to deliver them to the North American market. I'm not sure exactly what they're implying there, what they're going after there.
Turnmag.com.
Turnmag.com. Oops, I pushed the wrong button there. Wow. Okay, we have one more little story here real quick for you. Little story. Why is that? Let's get rid of that.
I'd like to know how that exactly works. They have real tobacco in it, but it's still called they're still calling it a e-cigarette. So how does that work exactly? I'd like to see one of those devices.
Yeah, I haven't heard that much about them. It'd be interesting to get a hold of something like that, test it out, check it out, crush it up. I don't think it's going to work. So, face palming about the article. Face palming? Face palming. What's face palming? Is that something about, is that like a Facebook? Face palm? Face palming? What?
Face palming?
What?
Face palming about the
What's face palming? E-cigarette?
I don't know
What?
what face palming is.
What? Face palming?
Put your face in your palm.
Face palming?
Face palming?
Face
Like
palm?
this?
I don't
Face
know.
palming the article?
I don't know. I don't know what that
Face
means.
palm? Like this?
I don't know.
Is that that's like that? Is that a face palm?
Face palming.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're going. We're reading that. They're going like this. They're going.
Oh, I
but that's
see.
what that means. They're slapping their face.
Like this?
Yeah.
Face palm? Like
That's
this?
what that means.
Head palm?
Kind of like that. Yeah. Head button your palm there. I think that's what that means.
Could be.
Yeah, it's
That
like-
could be what
it's
that
like-
means. Right there.
It's like. Yeah.
Go like that.
Got it. I think. See, we're hip. I was born yesterday. Not on all this hip stuff.
I was born tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm an old man, and I'm not into this, what you kids are calling it these days. This is sweet tea. It's good stuff.
So the next article.
Yeah, the Mayo Clinic one. Yeah, we did a report on that a couple weeks ago, didn't we? Talked about the Mayo Clinic article, the e-cig article.
Yeah.
We had something about that. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Yeah. So here we go. We got this one here. Targeting the poor. Vape production taxation is on the rise in the United States, and the poor are paying for it. As WPTZ reported earlier this week, the Vermont House of Representatives voted to impose a tax on vaping products. The 92% state tax on vaping kits and e-juices would see the price of vape juice rise from $20 to $40 per $30 mil
Jeez.
bottle, 30 mil bottle. Excuse me. Effectively making vaping a luxury hobby instead of a better alternative to smoking. While the tax has not passed Vermont's Senate, it is thought that legislators will vote in favor of the proposal, citing try to discourage young vapors. It's all about the kids. They always bring the kids into this. Oh, well, we got to protect it from the children. We got to protect it from the children. Citing trying to discourage young vapors as the primary reason. So they'll just smoke.
Yeah, so they'll just go out and buy a $5 pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. A new youth risk survey showed that 1/3 of Vermont high school students that were polled used vaping products with 15% of those students identifying as regular vape users. And the survey also concluded that vaping is more popular amongst young students than cigarettes. Okay, so what? You know what? We don't need a nanny state. Okay, just get out of it. You know, let the parents deal with it. Okay, obviously. That's like saying we're going to make murder illegal. That's just nuts. Oh wait, it is illegal.
Is it not legal?
Oh, it's illegal, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
I thought it was legal.
It was.
Have I been breaking the law?
It was legal.
I thought it was legal.
It was.
It's
not.
It's not legal?
It's not now.
So I have to stop?
You have to stop. Please. Yes.
When? Like right now?
Whenever. No, just at your own convenience.
Maybe tonight I'll stop. A little later. I don't know. We'll see.
Disclaimer.
There we go. Okay, we got, see what else we got. Yeah. While the tax has not, I already said all that. They always put these, they always make these, they cite these numbers. This is something else you need to be kind of aware of. When they start citing 15% of those students identifying as regular vapors, I'm not buying it. Who'd they ask? 10 people? Yeah. And what'd they get out of that? So they got like 1.5 people said yes. I don't know. You just never know. They don't go to extensive, exhaustive, what do you call them? Polls, to find out, really real numbers and hard numbers and stuff. They just throw this stuff out. But who does the new taxation laws, which are being considered in Vermont and Maryland, actually help? Vape shops and companies are generally built and operated as small businesses, providing jobs to local residents. With the extreme jump in taxation, vape shops could close, adding to the unemployment issues that many of these same states are currently wrestling with. So that's one of the issues, and then it goes on to say, as Baltimore Sun has reported, there is another drawback to the taxation proposals. If people cannot afford to vape, they will simply return to smoking traditional cigarettes. And since most vapors are former smokers with lower to middle class backgrounds, the shift in price could drive them back to cigarettes, which would, as a result of the taxation, become a cheaper alternative, which also leads to more health problems.
Yep.
So taxing vaping products have economic consequences that affect people from the lower class and small businesses as well, from contributing to the unemployment rate. That's bad enough, but that's bad enough. But is that all the taxation affects? They're asking a question. Unfortunately, the consequences of taxing vape products gets worse, and it directly affects you. You. The vaping public. When items like vape products are taxed at the state level, the money that is collected from the sale of those products goes to funding state services like education and medical care. While state taxes to help bolster state services is a great theory, it is only great in practice when it works, and normally it does not.
It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but when the bureaucrats come to tax you because they're going to do something for the children, I just love the children. But they have this great tax plan. They funnel those funds get funneled off into other places. See, they're going to make sure they get those jobs to do all this crap like they did here in Indiana. This is the way it worked in Indiana. You put all this legislation in so that basically nobody can make vaping juice except for one company in Indiana. The entire country, there's only one company that is qualified, certified, and ready to go to make juice here in the state of Indiana or anywhere else in the country. Because if you're selling juice to Indiana, through Indiana, around Indiana, because they're all getting paid. So this stuff happens, and then that's the problem with the taxation on this kind of stuff, is that it never gets really to the place where it's really funding anything. It's just funding. And now here's the spin-off of that. Once those companies get that money, they funnel it back to that person's campaign. Campaign rules, and yet they want to have it's just like they're, all of a sudden they're full of piss and vinegar. Oh yeah. Mission failed to. Politicians do all the time. There's nobody that wants to buy that. What does this primary reason for people turn to vaping? It is the elimination of this alternative.
Very happy. Yes. I'll be happy.
Production department,
Ship it.
the warehouse and the raw materials department.
Are we going to show them Plant 5?
I don't know, Plant 5. That's like Hangar 54 or whatever that is out there.
What about Plant 7? We're going to show them
Plant
that?
7. Oh yeah, I'll show them that all day.
Plant 7?
I think show that all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, it'll probably take all day to show them that.
Well,
Plant 7's huge.
it'd be a 5-hour movie.
Well, that's a long movie. That's a big tour.